Uncensored, no holds barred talk. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. This is the Global Reality Radio Network. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another live edition of the Global Reality right here on the Global Reality Radio Network with me, your host, Josh Reeves. It's the, we'll call it the Wednesday edition. I guess it's not technically the next day till you go to sleep, is it? Wednesday into Thursday edition of the broadcast. May 9th, 2012 into May 10th, 2012. Thanks for being with us. I don't know if this is even going to work. I don't even know if this is going to happen. I'm going to try. We've been having fucking problems all goddamn night. I've been pretty fucking pissed off all goddamn. I've been pissed off for the past 2 fucking days, to be honest with you. And right when I thought I had a little happiness, somebody had to piss in my fucking Cheerios again, so I'm pissed off. But I'm here, and I hear the vocals are sounding better. Yeah, we had, the new chat room was getting attacked. People's fucking firewalls were going off the chain and everything else. The stream was getting attacked tonight, constantly, nonstop. You know, this shit happens every time. It's like they know. And people who've been listening to my show for a long time know that I'm not just making this up or saying this. Every time I'm working on a new film and every time I'm coming into some, hardcore, serious, paradigm-changing information, boom, we start getting these hack attacks. We start getting trolls. We start getting, pissy people starting shit. I mean, I'm just sick of it. I'm so sick of. I've had this conundrum sometimes, and I seriously wonder if it's all this is even worth it. Because goddamn, dude, I fucking hate people for the most part. I mean, there's a few of you out there that are great, and I love you, but goddamn, man, you think you have to deal with a bunch of fucking retard assholes in your regular everyday life, man? I never dreamed I'd have to be dealing with so many goddamn just fuck sticks doing this. I mean, just assholes. And I'm not going to do it anymore. I'm tired of trying to cater to the audience. I'm tired of trying to, do things that the audience wants. I'm sick of doing that. I'm going to do what I want from now on. If you don't like it, take your ass on down the fucking road and go listen to somebody yell about Jews or FEMA camps or whatever else. But I've tried being the nice guy, and the nice guy fucking thing just doesn't work. There was no show yesterday because we've gotten zero support in because we had the new chat room. Money for that came out. We had nothing. We barely scraped by and paid the bills. We didn't get jack shit hardly in last week. We didn't get jack squat. We haven't got hardly jack squat in this week. If you look at the chat, if you go to my website, theglobalreality.com, and you look at the operating cost budget for the month. That's exactly how much money we need every month to operate. As I've stated many times, we have over 600 people on our Facebook page. If those 600 people on our Facebook page all committed to donating just $2 a month, we never have to worry about anything. So if you go to my website, you'll see the May 2012 operating cost budget, and you'll see that it's at $120. And you'll also notice that we are now in the second week of May. That doesn't cut it. There's 4 weeks in a month. Think about that. There's 4 weeks in a month. I mean, I'm seriously thinking about doing away with the stream altogether. and doing away with anybody, allowing anybody to post my radio shows on YouTube channels and going after them for copyright violation if they do. I'm thinking about going to a podcast format where my show is $2 a show, and you pay $2 a show. And if you don't have $2 to pay it, that's your fucking tough ass, tough luck. If you don't have a PayPal account because you're scared the government's going to track you, that's your fucking tough luck. I'm thinking about going to, if somebody doesn't convince me in a significant way really quick why I shouldn't go to that format, then, either with financial support or with, more ways we can cover the revenue costs here every month and make sure that I'm not having to, not have money to eat. You know what I'm saying? That's ridiculous, dude. If again, our listening audience is we're getting, we have hundreds and hundreds of listeners a day. I can go in and tell you how many people have registered for our chat room so far, 50. And I can tell you how many of those people that have registered for our chat room have made donations. 2. Maybe 3. We'll see. So I'm tired of trying to, I've tried to do every book that I've read here as well. Every single one of them people have bitched about. Every single last book. You can't please anybody. It's worthless to even fucking try. I read Gods of Eden. People bitched up the wall about that. I started reading Zechariah Sitchin. People bitch every single day. I got dirty emails about that, claiming that I'm some kind of Zechariah Sitchin endorser or something. Because if you talk about a piece of information, this is how brainwashed people have become by these operations. If you talk about something, it must mean that you 100% believe in it. You must 100% be behind that idea. People bitched when I read Emerald Tablets of Thoth. They bitched when I've read every single fucking book. So I don't know what to do. And all this, the only reason I read any of these books is because they've been requested. So it's getting me to the thing where I'm probably not going to even be doing that anymore, to be honest with you. Just because I'm sick and fucking tired. Why should I get up here every night and waste my breath if you don't care and if you don't want it? And again, if you don't like what I talk about, why do you listen? I still don't get that. I get emails from people, you sound like this and you sound like that and fuck you. And I'm like, well, why are you even listening? If you start an email out with fuck you, I hate you, why do you even bother listening to me? Do you think that if you piss and bitch and moan enough, that I'll just, eventually become what you want me to be? Because you're only going to piss me off even more and make me go more into my shell and make me not want to do anything except what I feel. I mean, I'll get up here and do 2 or 3 hours of fucking news and talk about doom and gloom and Jews and all this if you want me to all night. I'm trying to do something different here, but it never seems to be able to please anybody. And, if these people that were bitching were ponying up cash every month, I probably would think less of it. But it's not the few people that actually do support us that ever have a problem with any of the stuff I talk about. It's always people who never donate a dime, who never contribute anything to what I'm trying to do here in any significant way, but they want to sit around like a goddamn peanut gallery and bitch and piss and moan about what it is I'm doing. I had people bitching and pissing about reading the Vera Stanley Alder book I'm reading now, Fifth Dimension. So I guess that's it for that. I'm not going to read that. That's too boring for people. Even though we haven't even got through a whole goddamn chapter. We read a preface and I think part of chapter 1 so far. And already people are boo, 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 it's boring. Is that really what we've been reduced to? We have such goddamn short attention spans now. Books generally, especially books with information in them, they're not always, number one, they're not always exciting, okay? I mean, if you're looking at this stuff for entertainment, let me tell you, let me just say it like this. If you are someone who listens to a show like mine or listens to my show or anybody else's as a form of entertainment, I want you to go find the nearest bridge and jump off that motherfucker right now. If this is your entertainment, just so you don't have to spend money because you're a cheap ass to go to a movie, if this is your entertainment, fuck you. Okay, just let me say it like that. If this is your entertainment, fuck you. Go get your goddamn entertainment somewhere else. I'm not going to sit up here. I'm not here to fucking entertain you or be some entertainer and, oh, yeah, he talks about crazy stuff. Let's listen to him. Let's wait till he gets mad. Oh, so great. Fuck you. This is about the information. That's all this is about. It's not about all this extraneous horseshit. And again, and also all you people out there who've been trying to start shit between me and Lee Rogers, nice try. Let me go and put that out there too. Get all this stuff, people saying, oh, Lee Rogers is saying this about you. Oh, he's saying this about you, blah, blah, blah. And then I go, well, I talked about that last week. I said, well, I don't have a problem with Lee Rogers at all. I didn't think he had a problem with me. I don't know where that would be coming from. I addressed my issues with some of the people over there. And I have issues with pretty much everybody over there. But that doesn't have anything to do with Lee Rogers. And, if I don't go back on his show ever again, it doesn't mean that it's because I don't like him or he doesn't like me. I don't honestly want to go back on that network ever again. If Lee started doing a show somewhere else, I'd probably go on a show again. But I just don't want to go on that network, period, because of the people over there. It has nothing to do with him. But I've been getting all these comments, people coming in the chat room, again, 50 emails a day. And I guess the reason people are thinking that he's talking about me is because they had I talked about it last week, the blow up between Chris Geo and Truth Frequency and the septic rectum and that whole deal. Fucking bunch of plants, both of them are on both sides, as far as I'm concerned. But so people said, oh, he's talking about, they're saying people who start their own radio networks are bad, and they're talking about you. And I'm like, well, how do you know that they're for sure talking about you? Oh, well, they said some certain talk show host from Texas and not Alex Jones. Well, you know what? There are a fucking bunch of talk show hosts from Texas, dude. I got news for you. There's a fuck ton of them. It's a big goddamn state. A big goddamn state. You can go across multiple states in a day before you can get across this big motherfucker. I mean, I've lived here my whole life, and you can live here your whole life and never see all of this place. It's goddamn huge. And come to find out, well, maybe you didn't know that, but Truth Frequency, they're from Texas too. They're from Dallas. And I went back and listened to all the shows people sent me and this and that and the other. And I just, I think there's just bullshit. People get bored because they have these short attention spans. I mean, look, do you think it's all thrills and fucking bubblegum drops for me and just fun time entertainment over here, all the shit I got to do? I'm balls deep reading about shit. My head is spinning, guys. My head is fucking spinning from this new movie because of all the information I'm trying to take in and learn and understand and figure out, because there's no way I'm going to be able to put all this in the movie. I'm just going to have to hit the highlights. But I have to read, thanks to our listener, Michael, he got some of the books we needed for us off of Amazon. I received those yesterday and today, and thank you very much to him for getting those for us, and that's going to allow me to have a lot more information. It already has. But, I don't want to have to go. I don't want to have to sit here and fucking take time out of my day and out of my life to read book after book after book about mounts. But you know what? That's what I've got to do for this film. That's what I've got to do for the information. That's what I have to do for the knowledge. It's not always exciting and entertainment and yeah. You know what I mean? Sometimes it is boring, but it's the information that's important. And I think that sometimes people like to start shit between radio hosts and stuff when there's nothing there, because I think that for them, that's part of the entertainment. It's part of the low attention span thing. I think it is 100%. Because people can't even sit through somebody. We read a preface and part of chapter 1 of a book, and people already bitching and pissing and moaning saying it's boring. I understand if we would have gotten, 5 or 6 pages into the book and you said, okay, it's boring. I would have said, all right, that's fair. But God damn it, man, we barely even started the book at all. And I think it's that low attention span thing. It's that programming from the television and the media. Everybody's used to now, and this, and that. They don't want to have to take the time that it takes to absorb something, absorb information, understand it, and then use it towards furthering your understanding of the whole grand scope picture of things. And like I said, that's not always entertaining, man. It's not always fun. Sometimes, you know what? God damn it, it is boring. But do you want the truth? Do you want the understanding? You know, I got over that shit a long time ago, man. A lot of what I do every single day of my life for this is boring as shit. I do not like sitting in my room all the time, every day, not even going out very much and not even seeing people that much, doing this because I feel that it's the right thing to do. So you people that you have short attention spans are trying to start shit between other hosts so they can have entertainment. You know, so they can have, I'm tired of doing research. I'm tired of having to listen to information. I think I want to see what happens when two of my favorite radio talk show hosts get mad at each other and then talk shit on each other on their radio shows like high school girls. And that's what I like. Man, that kind of shit makes me want to punch people in the teeth. I can't stand that goddamn chatty Cathy high school mentality drama bullshit. Save the drama for your fucking mama, as they say. They don't know whether the fuck that guy lives in Colorado or whether he doesn't. They originated in Texas. I think they've moved back. I don't think they live in Colorado anymore anyway. To be honest with you. But I mean, fuck it, they don't fucking know that because when they started on Oracle, they were from Dallas. And it said everywhere on all their stuff they were Dallas. They may have moved to Colorado in the past few months, dude, but yeah, I'm sorry. You know, I just think I think that's the way it is. So as I was saying earlier, if you look at the Chip banner there for the month, but do the math on that. Basically, what we need. Let me break it because I've never broke it down like this. Here's how it would needs to work for us for things to go smoothly here. Because I've never broke this down. If it's $1,500 a month to cover everything we need for operating costs here, and there's 4 weeks in a month, that means that feasibly we need to get $300 one week, $300 the next week, $300 another week, and then $600 the last week, which is our fundraising week, which is what we usually go for. Right now, we've been getting sometimes $10, $20 a week. And we have enough listeners out there. And all I can say is we've got to start meeting our goals and stuff like this. Otherwise, all this is going to go away. It's going to be completely over with. And my show is going to become a pay-for-play podcast. And that's going to be it. Nothing's going to be spread around for free. Nothing. The only reason I could even... You understand that we're already... I mean, I don't understand this. Where do you think the money to make a movie comes from? Everybody wants to know when my new movie is going to come out. When's this? But nobody wants to support it to make it happen. I spent $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 making films and gotten a few $100s back from each one of these. Not even enough to make the next one. Because people bitch and piss and moan and call you every name in the book when you don't put the movie out for free. And then nobody wants to help support to make the next one. Everybody just wants gimme, free, and I don't care, fuck you. You figure out, it's up to you to figure out how you're going to do this and then bring it to me for free. So it's up to you to figure out how you're going to get the money to operate your radio show and your films. And then once you get that figured out, then it's up to you to bring me that for free so I can have it and take it and do whatever with it. I'm just tired of that. I don't know what's happened over the past several months. We've been doing okay here for the past couple of years. All of a sudden, over the past couple of months, support has just gone down to nothing. I mean, if you don't want me to be here, I won't be here anymore. I can just quit doing all this and I can go do something else. There are some days where I do feel like there are some days where I'm like, okay, where do I sign up to join the New World Order? Where do I sign up to go join the Illuminati or the Freemasons? Fuck all this. Fuck everybody. I want to go sign up to start pushing the button and the eugenics killing people. I mean, there are some days. Well, I want to tell you so bad things are in this film, and everybody keeps trying to get me to tell them things, and I'm trying to keep a lot of this stuff under wraps. But this new film it's just going to be a fucking mind blower. It's blowing my mind. I'm trying to take all this stuff in and work on this film. I lost a whole hour's worth. Right now I should be working on my film. I should be done with my radio show, and I should be working on the film and doing research and reading and all that exciting stuff. It makes me sick to my stomach that somebody would have the fucking audacity, a preface and not even a chapter into a book. I'm bored. This is boring. And I wouldn't have even been mad about that or had a problem with it if it had been 4 or 5 or 6 chapters in, or if I hadn't gotten pissing and bitching and moaning about every single thing that I do ever. From tons of people. We get more pissing and bitching and moaning than we do donations. Even though our listenership is more than both of those things. I don't know what to do. What do I need to do to please you? What do I need to do to make this more entertaining or better for you? What can I do to make you happy? Please send me an email, globalrealityshow@gmail.com. I'd love to hear suggestions. What I know what they're going to be. It's going to be don't cuss and talk about Jews more, and let's talk about the no plane theory. It's going to be that stuff. I know it always is. I don't know. I don't really know what to say. I don't really know what I guess I pissed people off. I don't know if I pissed you off. If you were somebody who was supporting my broadcast and you were making donations and helping us survive every month, and you stopped doing that recently because there's been a couple of those, 2 or 3 people, not just 1, 2 or 3 people who used to always donate regularly and help us stay alive every month have not donated in a couple of months, and it worries me because they don't tell me anything. If you send me an email that says, fuck you, I don't like you anymore, and I'm not going to donate, I'm okay with that. But when you just disappear off the map and I'm, thinking we're going to get some support and we're going to be able, and then I have to wonder why I only have $7 to my name. If I don't get to, if I got to skip meals, you can bet your butt there's not going to be a fucking radio show that day. I've dedicated everything in my life to doing this a long time ago, from the time I started doing this. And this is literally all I do, 24 hours a day. At the detriment of everything in my life. I've given up my life to do this. Do you understand that? You probably don't understand that because there probably aren't very many of you out there that would be willing to do what I've done to do this. To dedicate, I'd like to have some friends to hang out with sometimes. I'd like to go out on dates with women. I'd like to, But if somebody doesn't stand up for this stuff, if somebody doesn't stand up and try to make a difference, then who's it going to be? Because we're going to be standing around a century from now, and this shit's still going to be going on, and everybody's still going to be sitting around with their fucking thumb up their ass if we all don't get wiped out first anyway. And you know what? I'm kind of praying for the apocalypse these days, to be honest with you. Cleanse it by fire, baby. Hit the big reset button. Fuck it. You know what? I'm not scared of death. I'm not scared of the end of the world. I'm not scared of the apocalypse because I know there are other realms of existence other than this, and this is just this silly 3-dimensional low vibratory state. But while we're here in this material reality, it is our duty to try and right the wrongs that have been perpetrated against humanity. That's what we're here to, that's what we're supposed to be here to do. But you know why the world's a mess? Because nobody is being allowed to figure that out. And what do we do with the people who do figure it out? We call them names. Oh, that person's a loser, or that person's a bum, or this person's that or the other. Yeah, as soon as somebody, we talk all day about wanting to change things and be outside of societal norms. And then as soon as somebody does do that, we just go back to the same old bullshit and call them names and degrade their character. I don't own a cell phone. I bet most of you out there own cell phones. I don't own a cell phone. I'm off the grid as far as I can be. The only way that you can ever attempt to find the real truth is to dedicate yourself to that 24/7, not just dipping your toe in the shallow end. Oh, I'm a weekend warrior information seeker. Yes, I just like to come in on the weekends, dip my toe in, and then I'm back to the 9-to-5 slave job during the week, That's not going to get you the truth. And that's what I'm in this for. And I'm going to find it. And I have in a lot of ways already, not completely, no one ever can. And I'm not going to stop. I'd love to be able to continue to share what I'm finding and what I'm experiencing during the finding of this and all these new paradigms, all this information, these connecting these dots and painting these pictures. I would love to keep on doing this and presenting this to people of the world. But without funding, we got a film budget over here. We got $125 into. I have no budget for a film. I have barely money to eat. I don't even know what I'm still doing here talking to you right now. I'm crazy. It's 4:40 in the goddamn morning. I spent 4 hours tonight trying to get this back up and running so I could do a show for you. And I get it back up and running, and the first thing I see in the chat room is pitching and bitching and pissing and moaning about the book we're reading right now. You've got to understand how fucking ungrateful I think some of you are. You don't appreciate what I personally sacrificed to do this in my life. You don't appreciate the hours. Do you know how? I'm thinking about. I really seriously. Sometime when I make a movie, I may start doing that. I need another camera set up so I can have a separate camera so I can just film every single second of me working on a movie and then time lapse it or edit together so you can see how many goddamn hours and how tedious it is and how much time I spend working on a movie. If you were to put a price tag on the man hours, let's say it was $10 an hour. If you put a price tag on the man hours I put into one movie, you would be running in the excess of millions of dollars. No kidding. And I'm one person, and I do all this by myself. And yes, sometimes when it takes me a while to ship out DVDs to people. It takes me a few weeks longer than I'm supposed to sometimes to get those out. I'm sorry about that. I'm one person over here. But I'm coming closer and closer every day to giving up, especially when I have days like I did yesterday where I have to go, oh, well, this is great. I got 50 people that joined my chat room. I got 75 emails to answer from people. We went from having 613 likes on Facebook to almost over 650. So 50 ads in a span of 24 hours. Our archives are going through the roof. Our YouTube videos. Go to YouTube. Do me a favor. Go to YouTube and type Josh Reeves into YouTube and just scroll through YouTube and see how many hits everything with my name on it has. Lost Book of Inky, Part 1, audiobook. Over 90,000 views. 90,000 views. If all 90,000 of those people donated 50 cents, I would never have to worry about an operating budget, a movie budget, or anything else ever again. How is that possible? You go through there and look how many views everything on YouTube has under my name, and you tell me why I should be sitting over here with $7 in my name, to my name. It's ridiculous. And I give and give and give, and people take and take and take, and they don't give back, and I don't know what to do anymore. Because all I get is ungratefulness. All I get is, you suck, you're shit, why don't you do something this way, blah, 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 all the time. Hey, talk to me. You're Josh Reeves, you're on the radio. Talk to me. I need attention, And I try my best, and I try to be a nice, gracious person. Try to talk to everybody, give everybody a fair shake, try to help people out as best I can. Oh, man. I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated with all this. Oh, do I even want to? I mean, is there any? I'm just wondering if there's any point to this anymore. Really am. Well, either way, I have to get this movie done, and I have to continue. And this movie is the most important thing I've ever done. I thought Secret Right 2 was, although that was it was. It pales in comparison to this. It's so deep and far reaching, and this is the core. We're now getting to the core. I had no idea that this film would take me to the core of, even deeper into the core of the hidden knowledge and the secret knowledge that these people have kept from us all these years. No idea. I got one for you. Should I even give this out? I don't know. You know what? Fuck you. I'm not even going to give it out. I'll wait. You see what's in the movie. How about that? Not even going to give it out there. Because if I put it out there now, 100 other people will talk about it on the radio shows, probably make YouTube videos about it before I put my movie out. And then when my movie comes out, everybody will act like that's old news, and that's what's happening with the Secret Right movies. Everybody wants to know what was going to be in the movies, and then I get up here and talk about it, and then people would watch the movies, and they just wouldn't even act like they even cared. I think that personally, both of those movies have gone over a lot of people's heads. I think people are still trying to wrap their heads around it. There's so much information. I mean, do you realize how much information there is in Secret Right Volume 2? Do you understand how much information per second in that movie there is? If you don't, you need to have your head examined and pull your head out of your fucking ass, because there's just info for days in that film. But that's what people always do. Had that happen to me every time. I make some big discovery of information, and then 100 other people parrot it and act like they're the ones that discovered it, and act like it's old news when I bring it out. I'm tired of that happening. I'm just going to start keeping stuff for myself from now on. I could keep all this stuff to myself. I don't even have to talk about any of this information to anybody. But whether you like me or not, I have furthered truth in the almost 5 years I've been on this on air. I have furthered the truth. I have done my part. Now, a bunch of you out there need to step up and do your part and contribute to my work, contribute to this broadcast if you want to see this stuff come out there. If not, I'll go the way of the dodo bird. The choice is up to you.